All right, so imagine this. You've got just 24 hours to design an entire apartment from scratch.
And not just any apartment.
Right, not just any apartment. We're talking about a stylish 122 square meter oasis.
With that cool, calm Nordic vibe.
Yeah, exactly. You know the one.
Mm-hmm.
And get this isn't some HGTV fantasy. It's all thanks to AI and VR.
It's incredible.
We've got this description of an apartment that was designed by this app called Mogiverse. So get ready, because we are diving deep into the future of interior design.
I think what's really fascinating about this is how it really speaks to our desire for beautiful and functional spaces.
Totally.
And, Nordic design has been popular for ages.
Yeah.
Because it really reflects these values, simplicity, functionality, like connection to nature, and just tons of natural light.
It's all about well-being.
Exactly.
It's like this aesthetic that everyone just seems to love.
And for good reason.
I mean, who wouldn't want a bright, airy space with clean lines and natural textures?
Right.
But usually designing like the perfect space takes forever, a ton of money, and a designer on speed dial.
Absolutely.
So to think that AI can create a personalized design in just one day,
It's mind-blowing.
it's kind of unbelievable. And then to actually experience that design in VR before it's even built,
Oh, yeah.
that is next level.
It really is. I mean, the implications for a design are just huge,
Yeah.
Imagine if stylish living became accessible to everyone.
Right.
You also eliminate the risk of those, like, really expensive mistakes.
Oh, totally.
Because you can basically live in this space virtually before you fully commit.
Yeah.
And then you end up with a design that truly reflects you and your taste, because the AI takes all of that into account.
So how does this AI even learn your style?
Yeah.
Does it analyze your Pinterest boards? Is there some secret design quiz?
Yeah.
This is where I feel like it gets really interesting.
It's fascinating how Mogiverse works.
Yeah.
You input your preferences, like your lifestyle and these even budget restrictions, and the AI processes all of that to generate a personalized design for you. And it considers everything. It considers natural light flow traffic patterns, even like the psychological effects of colors and layouts.
Wow.
So it's not just about aesthetics.
Right.
It's about creating a space that's really tailored to you and your specific needs.
So let's get into the specifics of this apartment.
Okay.
The description really paints this picture of a seriously serene and stylish space, just dripping with that Nordic essence.
Yeah.
White, of course, white is a huge part of that light and airy Scandinavian feel. And thinking about those long winters and limited daylight, it's like this space just embraces white and maximizes every single ray of sunshine.
Makes sense.
And then you have these like warm, natural wood tones and then pops of pastel colors.
Yeah, just enough personality without being too overwhelming.
Exactly.
And that connection to nature is so key in Nordic design.
Yeah.
It's all about bringing the outdoors in. Use materials like wood and rattan, cotton linen, all of those natural materials. And it's not just about how it looks.
Right.
It's about sustainability, creating a healthier and more eco-friendly living environment.
Okay, so picture this. You walk into the living room and it has this open layout.
Okay.
Seamlessly flows into the kitchen and the dining area.
Love that.
And there are these statement furniture pieces. There's like this bright yellow-orange sofa, a cool olive green armchair, a round wooden coffee table.
It sounds so inviting.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Very warm.
And that open layout is so classic Scandinavian design.
Yeah.
It really promotes that sense of community and togetherness.
Uh-huh.
And those furniture choices, they're not random.
Right.
The AI likely selected them based on what you said you liked.
That's so cool.
Maybe you mentioned that you love bold colors, or you really enjoy hosting gatherings, so the AI takes all of that into account.
You mentioned a cylindrical kitchen island.
Oh, yeah.
That's not something that I typically picture when I think about Scandinavian design. How did the AI come up with that?
That's a great question. It's probably a combination of factors.
Yeah.
Optimizing the space flow, adding a unique visual element, and perhaps even reflecting a preference for curved lines that you might have indicated in your preferences.
Yeah.
Remember, the AI analyzes your style down to the smallest details.
So we have this super sleek L-shaped kitchen
Nice.
with white countertops and wooden cabinets.
Yeah.
And then there's this round dining table perfectly placed for those long, cozy Scandinavian dinners.
Very hig.
Very hig.
Exactly.
And all of those circular elements, the island, the dining table, the pendant lights above,
Yeah.
they all soften the lines and create that sense of flow and harmony that's so essential to Nordic design.
Okay. I'm already obsessed with the living room and the kitchen.
Me too.
But tell me about the bedrooms.
Okay, so both bedrooms have that dreamy, cozy, minimalist aesthetic.
Okay.
You know, wooden bed frames, soft textiles, carefully chosen lighting.
Yeah.
It's all about creating a sense of calm and tranquility. I love how in the second bedroom, the light plays off of those gourd-shaped lamps.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the AI even considered the shadows that they would cast.
Uh-huh. It's all about the details.
That's incredible.
And those little touches like the olive green paneling behind the main bedroom headboard, they add personality and warmth without cluttering the space.
It's all about that balance, right?
Yeah.
Simple yet considered, functional yet beautiful.
Absolutely.
And we can't forget about the workspace tucked into the main bedroom.
Oh, right.
Because, you know, working from home is here to stay.
It is.
Of course, it's positioned right by the window to soak up all of that amazing natural light.
Oh, of course.
And even the hallway gets the Nordic treatment.
Uh-huh.
Minimalist design, practical storage, a large mirror to open up the space.
Nice.
And a touch of greenery.
You can never have too much nature.
Never too much nature.
Right.
Exactly.
Every element, from the overall layout to the smallest accessory, has been carefully chosen to create this serene and invigorating space that truly embodies the essence of Nordic design.
Okay, before we move on to part 2, I want to know what stands out to you most about this AI-designed Nordic oasis.
What resonates with you?
Yeah, what elements resonate with your personal style?
Yeah, we're curious to hear your thoughts, too.
Yes.
Head over to our social media and join the conversation.
Yeah.
We want to know what you think about this incredible fusion of technology and design.
We'll be back in a flash with more on this amazing apartment, including a deeper look at the tech that made it all possible.
Don't go anywhere.
So we've established this AI-designed apartment is like Scandinavian dream goals. But how did it all come together in just 24 hours? That's where the magic of Mogiverse really kicks in.
Yeah, it really is about the brains behind the beauty.
Yeah, you mentioned walking through the design in VR.
Uh-huh.
What kind of headset would I need?
Wow.
Is it like a video game where I can open drawers and move furniture around? Tell me everything?
Well, it's actually becoming increasingly accessible, which is really cool.
Okay.
Imagine, like, slipping on this VR headset and suddenly you're standing in your not yet built apartment.
Wow.
You can wander from room to room. You can open those virtual drawers. You can even swap out that yellow-orange sofa if you want.
That's so cool.
Or a different color. It's about experiencing the space, you know?
Yeah.
Not just seeing it on a screen.
So it's not just about avoiding those costly mistakes.
Right.
It's about feeling the flow, understanding the scale, experiencing how the light shifts throughout the day.
Exactly.
It takes the guesswork out of design.
Yeah, and it goes beyond just aesthetics, too.
Okay.
Remember those natural materials we talked about?
Uh-huh.
In VR, you can even feel the textures.
Oh.
You can get a sense of, you know, how those wood finishes or those linen fabrics would actually feel in real life.
Okay.
It's about connecting with your space on, like, a deeper level.
So Mogiverse isn't just replacing interior designers.
Right.
It's giving everyone the tools to be their own designer.
That's the goal.
It's like democratizing good design, making it accessible and, dare I say, fun.
Absolutely. And it's sustainable, too.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not forget about that aspect.
Right.
You know, by designing and visualizing everything in VR beforehand, you're reducing waste.
Yeah.
Minimizing the environmental impact of construction. It's designed with a conscience.
Okay, let's bring it back to our Nordic haven. I'm curious, how did the AI factor in those Scandinavian design principles that we talked about? Was that like part of the initial input, or did the AI somehow just understand the essence of that style?
Well, it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Users can definitely input their style preferences, like, you know, Scandinavian or Nordic. But what's really impressive is that the AI has been trained on this massive database of design styles.
Oh, wow.
Including countless examples of Scandinavian interiors.
Yeah.
So it's learned to recognize the patterns, the key elements, the overall feeling of that aesthetic.
So it's not just mimicking, it's actually understanding and applying design principles.
Yeah, it's a whole other level of intelligence.
Yeah, it is. And it explains how it managed to capture the essence so perfectly in this apartment.
Think about the color palette. We talked about that dominant use of white maximizing natural light.
Yeah.
And then those pops of pastel colors adding warmth without being too overwhelming.
Right.
The AI didn't just randomly select those colors.
Right.
It considered the psychological effects, the way that they interact with natural light, how they contribute to that feeling of serenity and well-being
Yeah.
that's so central to Scandinavian design.
And the emphasis on natural materials.
Yes.
The wood, the rattan, the cotton, the linen. It's not just about being trendy. It's about creating a space that's healthy and sustainable and connected to nature.
And remember how the AI strategically placed that workspace right by the window?
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't just about good lighting for Zoom calls. It was about maximizing exposure to natural light, which studies have shown can actually boost mood and productivity.
Wow.
It's design that works with human nature,
Yeah.
not against it.
This is what blows my mind about AI. It's not just about aesthetics. It's about understanding like the deeper why behind every single design choice.
Exactly.
It's about creating spaces that aren't just beautiful, but that actually make us feel better.
Yeah, and that's ultimately what good design is all about.
Yes.
Creating spaces that enhance our lives, that reflect our values, that make us feel truly at home.
Yeah.
And Mogiverse, with its AI-powered design and immersive VR experience, is really taking that to a whole new level.
Okay, before we move on to the final part of our deep dive, I have to ask, if you could design your dream home with the help of AI, what elements would you prioritize?
Would you go full Scandinavian like this apartment, or would you maybe explore something completely different?
You want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
Share your thoughts with us on social media.
We love hearing from you, and we love diving into these conversations together.
So we've explored this incredible Nordic-inspired apartment, and it was all designed in just 24 hours.
All thanks to AI and that amazing Mogiverse app.
We've talked about Scandinavian design and, how AI is changing the way we create and experience our living spaces. But as we wrap up this deep dive, I keep coming back to this one question. What does this all mean for the future of design?
It's a big question. It's clear that AI is going to play like a really important role in the design world. But it's not about replacing human creativity.
Right.
It's about augmenting it, giving us these new tools and possibilities.
I love that idea of AI being a collaborator.
Yeah.
Not a competitor.
Exactly. Imagine a world where AI could handle like all the technical stuff.
Okay.
The space planning, the lighting optimization, material selection. That would free up human designers to focus on the artistic and emotional elements.
So it's like AI takes care of the logic,
Right.
and humans bring the heart.
Exactly. And that collaboration could lead to some really groundbreaking design spaces that are both functional and beautiful, sustainable and inspiring.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities in this Nordic apartment. It's like a perfect example. It's not just a beautiful space.
Right.
It's a glimpse into the future of design,
Yeah.
A future where technology and creativity come together to create homes that enhance our lives.
And it's not just about like high-end design either,
Right. Yeah.
Imagine AI helping to create affordable housing solutions
Yeah.
or assisting people with disabilities to design spaces that meet their needs.
This technology could make good design accessible to everyone.
Exactly.
Which is something I'm really passionate about.
And, we can't forget about the environment.
Of course.
By streamlining the design process and reducing waste, AI can help us create a more sustainable future.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI-powered interior design, I want to leave you with this final thought. This technology,
It's evolving so fast.
it really is what seemed like science fiction just a few years ago,
Right.
is now becoming reality.
Yeah. So the question is,
Are you ready to embrace the future of design?
a future where AI can help us create spaces that aren't just beautiful,
Yeah.
but truly reflect who we are and how we want to live.
We encourage you to keep exploring and questioning.
Yeah,
Keep an eye on the latest advancements and don't be afraid to imagine the possibilities.
absolutely.
Because the future of design is in our hands.
It really is.
And it's going to be amazing. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening.